Rebecca lived in a small, cozy cottage. Sunlight streamed through her window. She worked carefully. She used a mortar and pestle to grind fresh herbs. The air smelled sweet and earthy. Rebecca felt peaceful and calm. Later, Rebecca sat with Alastair. He was her wise teacher. Alastair sat at a wooden table. He pointed to a page in his large old herb book. Rebecca listened very carefully to his words. She wanted to learn everything. Alastair gave Rebecca a woven basket. He told her, "Go to the Whispering Woods. You must find the rare moon petal herbs there." Rebecca understood her task. She felt ready for the journey. She would be careful. Rebecca walked into the green forest. Tall trees made a cool shade. Sunlight filtered through the leaves. She looked at the many plants and trees around her. Rebecca felt curious and serene. The forest was a peaceful place. Rebecca found some moon petal herbs. She carefully picked their delicate flowers. Suddenly, she saw a soft light. It glowed on the ground. The light was near an old tree root. Rebecca felt surprised by this strange sight. Rebecca moved a large dark leaf. Underneath, she found a small glowing seed. It was perfectly smooth. The seed was the color of a pearl. It gave off a faint, warm glow. Rebecca felt wonder and mystery. Rebecca looked around her. She wanted to see if anyone was watching. The forest was quiet. She quickly put the glowing seed into her apron pocket. Rebecca felt a secret excitement. She knew it was special. That night, Rebecca was in her small room. She closed the curtains. She took out the seed. It lay in her open hand. The glimmering seed glowed softly. It felt warm to her touch. Rebecca looked at the glowing seed. She thought about what to do. She decided to plant it. She found a small, empty clay pot. The pot was on her windowsill. Rebecca felt a strong pull to grow it. Rebecca filled the clay pot with dark, rich soil. She made a small hole in the center. Then she carefully placed the glowing seed inside. She covered it gently with more soil. Rebecca felt a deep sense of hope. She wondered what would grow. Rebecca watered the pot very carefully. She wanted the seed to grow strong and healthy. Then she hid the pot behind a thick, dark green curtain in her small room. She felt a little nervous, keeping her secret safe. A few days passed slowly. Rebecca checked the pot every morning, full of hope. One day, she saw a tiny green sprout pushing through the dark soil. Rebecca smiled a big, happy smile. Her heart filled with joy. The little sprout grew very fast each day. Soon, it was a healthy, strong plant. It had many large, dark green leaves. The leaves were shiny and looked very healthy. Rebecca watched it, fascinated by its quick growth. One morning, Rebecca saw something new on the plant. A small, round bud was growing among the leaves. It was green and promised a flower. Rebecca felt very excited to see the bloom. She could not wait for it to open. The next night, the bud slowly opened. A beautiful flower appeared with 5 golden petals. The petals glowed with a soft, warm light. The light filled Rebecca's small room. Rebecca was truly amazed by the magical sight. Early the next morning, a villager ran to the cottage. His name was John. He looked very worried and out of breath. "Alastair," he cried loudly, "my favorite goat, Betsy, is very sick." John's face was pale with fear. Alastair and Rebecca quickly went with John. They walked to his small farm, feeling concerned. There, a brown goat lay on the ground. It was Betsy, and she looked very weak and tired. Alistair knelt beside the animal. Rebecca felt sad for the sick goat. Alistair opened his large old herb book. Its brown leather cover was worn, and its pages were yellow with age. He carefully turned the pages, looking for something specific. He found a recipe for a special medicine for sick animals. Alistair looked very determined to help. Alistair began to mix different herbs in a wooden bowl. He used a mortar and pestle to grind them. Rebecca helped him by handing him the right herbs from a basket. They worked together quickly and quietly. They wanted to make the medicine fast for Betsy. Alistair gently gave the mixed medicine to the goat. He used a small spoon, holding it carefully. Betsy slowly drank the liquid, showing a little strength. John, the villager, watched them closely. His eyes were full of hope for his beloved goat. The next morning, a sad quiet filled the small cottage. Alistair knelt beside the sick goat. Its breathing was still heavy. He touched its head gently. The goat was not better. Alistair felt a deep sadness in his heart. He did not know what else to do. All his old remedies had failed. Rebecca watched Alistair. Her heart felt heavy too. Then her eyes went to the sun petal plant. It stood on the windowsill, glowing softly. Its golden light filled the corner of the room. She looked at its bright flowers. Suddenly, an idea came to her mind. Her eyes became determined. Rebecca walked to the sun petal plant. She knew what she had to do. With great care, she reached out her hand. She gently picked one of the glowing flowers. The flower felt warm in her palm. Its light pulsed softly, like a tiny heartbeat. She held it carefully. Rebecca found a small wooden bowl. She poured a little fresh water into it. Then she placed the glowing flower inside. She began to crush the petals with a smooth stone. The golden light from the flower spread into the water. The water in the bowl started to glow brightly. It looked like liquid sunshine. Rebecca walked towards the sick goat. She carried the glowing bowl carefully. Alistair saw her approach. He looked at the glowing water in her hands. His eyes widened with surprise. He did not understand what she was doing. Rebecca felt nervous, but she was determined. Rebecca knelt beside the goat. She held the bowl close to its mouth. She spoke to the goat in a soft, kind voice. She gently tilted the bowl. The goat slowly began to drink the glowing water. It drank all of it, every last drop. Rebecca waited, full of hope and a little fear. A moment later, something amazing happened. The goat opened its eyes wide. Its eyes were bright and clear. Then it pushed itself up. It stood on its legs, strong and steady. The heavy breathing was gone. The goat looked healthy and strong again. It even shook its head happily. Alistair looked at Rebecca. His face showed great surprise and wonder. He had never seen such a miracle. Rebecca looked at her hands, still glowing faintly. Then she looked back at the sun petal plant on the windowsill. She knew this was a new beginning for her. Her life would never be the same.